Well, would you look at that? Already out of the worst part of it, and we've only just begun our journey. How you feeling, honey? Oh, too familiar? Well, let's just say this chain knight doesn't have too much to hide from your great envoy, Highness. Well, how's it been? Not so much as a scratch on you. I've barely got a scratch myself. Not too much is too prepared for us. You okay? Was talking to all those orcs what prepared you so much to take care of me? You had all these supplies. It seems like whoever tried to take you out before, they got cold feet when I joined. Interesting. What do you think's going on here? It's definitely not what it looks like on the surface, I can tell you that. There's definitely something fishy about it. It wouldn't take a brain surgeon to figure that one out. No. What we're dealing with is clearly someone doesn't want you to make it home, but they didn't count on you surviving that little incident. Oh, come on. That incident wasn't what normally happens. That was at least triple the amount of monsters you'd normally find in this part of the woods. And if I wasn't there, you would have been taken out at least halfway down. They might have prepared, but they didn't think I'd be in the vicinity. They didn't think what happened to me would happen to me. So, are you prepared? Going back the way you are is basically a death sentence. Stubborn. You remind me of myself that way. I'm not going to dismiss that, but you're risking your life here. I mean it. If they send high brass, or if we're in a city, I can't exactly... You're reckless. Not a good trait for a royal envoy. If you're the voice of peace between the orcs and the kingdom, then we need to know what's going on. I'm just worried about you. Guess I've grown to like your company quite a lot, and I don't want to see you end up dead from poisoning your food or something. I can't really protect from all of the dangers. It's much easier when it's something obvious, like in these woods. Sure, they could try and snipe you with a nasty spell or arrow or something, but chances are I'd know it was activated. Could do something about it, even out here. It's when we're surrounded and outnumbered that things get a little dicey. So, what do you think? My plan is to go this way, and to get a little bit more information. It seems like whoever's doing this knows you pretty well. They know you're stubborn. They know how much you want to get back, how much you want to do a good job. You want to make sure that their voices are heard. And I respect that. Their voices will be silenced just like yours will, if the wrong people stand in our way. I told you I'm strong, I am. But there's always someone stronger. And we don't know what happens, but if we end up this way, this might be just what you need, because they'll never expect you. See, if we sneak you in... I know it's dangerous. The catacombs under the city. It's a giant maze with no way out if you're not careful. I hate it too. But more than that, it takes us through the lockaway. Bad reputation there. Not really sure what it's all about, but they say they keep all their dirty little secrets down there. I don't know if it's the same with your kingdom, but the one from my kingdom is a nightmare. I know it may sound contrary to go right into the pit of the fire, but sometimes you might find that the fire burns less when it doesn't expect you to be there. Terrible analogy, but the point is, we don't have too much choices if you want to make it back in one piece. If we walk through those gates, you're as good as gone. All they'd need to do is arrest you for something petty. What am I going to do? Fight the entire guard? And then the royal guard? Then the army? It's not realistic. I'm just one guy. One really, really strong and handsome guy who may like your company just a little too much. He's trying too hard. Now, for both our sakes, let's not go into a suicide mission. Let's instead be tactical about this. So unless you know any passing by dragons that we could ride atop, I think the best bet is to go under. Now, I don't know much about it, nor do I have a great way of navigating it, but I am a chain knight. I'm pretty sensitive to mana, and I have a lot of impassioned ways of winging it. Hey, don't forget it. I'm the Duke's first son, and probably all that's left of a bloodline. And that's very passionate. I mean, my brother, but the point is, I don't think he'd consider me blood even if I looked him and begged him to say my name. It's just not the same. Besides, blood isn't everything. We have something going on, and there's a hint of blood between us, but plenty of blood behind us. See what I'm saying? It's more about who you are, and I don't want you to get hurt. I'm honestly making a pretty risky decision here too, but it's worth it for you. You're really someone special, and I want your mission to be a success. The way you feel about your mission, I kind of feel about you. You're a good person. Someone that deserves to be protected. And even more than that, you really are easy to talk to. I miss talking to people. I've always been a yapper, but the main distinction there is you actually listen to me. It's not just in one ear and out the other like the other chain knights did. Instead, it feels like you actually care. Like you give me more than a single thought. So thanks. You've got me attached. Now let's keep your head attached to your shoulders, since we know someone's got it out for you. Oh, I bet you're dying to know how me and you, who have never been down there before, are going to navigate some extremely difficult and dangerous place. Pretty simple. Seems you get some benefits, even if you're from a fallen duke's house. The disgraced first son. The prodigy turned disgrace. Yeah, I said disgrace twice, but it's just because they like to say it so much. Now, I managed to keep this as a keepsake. Nobody thought much of it because they didn't know the value. This is a crystal compass. Turns out, if you wing it hard enough, this is just what you need. It's supposed to tell you the right way to go. And if we're lucky, it'll resonate with what we want, and take us to just where we need to be. We just gotta follow it. See? It's pointing there. First step is down. But before that, you sure you're okay with this trip? I'm not entirely sure I can get us there, but I can try. If nothing else, we can wander to our heart's content. And if all fails, I'm sure we can get ourselves out. We got ourselves out from certain death, right? Well, you can say I did, but you survived long enough for me to rescue you, which is admirable on its own. I don't think many people would have survived that long, creatively using the trees to deflect both the claws and the teeth. You knew what you were up against and you used the environment, considering they gored the others so quick. You must have been doing that for at least a few minutes, which is saying something. Most people don't last that long against such creatures and such people. Yeah, that wasn't exactly an accident. I know I've mentioned it before, but that situation was orchestrated. You're lucky to be alive. Now, if you will, we have plans to make. Did you think I was going to say something so organized? I wish I could make some plans, but follow me. See here? This is the beginning of it. The open maw that leads us into the dark depths. Don't worry. I don't think you have to worry about claustrophobia. These catacombs are massive. Bigger than probably the city above, tenfold. As for how we're going to navigate this, good question. The inverted tower, I've heard rumors about that one. And then some kind of prison or something. If we can get in line and manage to get through that, well, we might be able to sneak out. I mean, there's that, going right into the biggest prison they've got. I'm sure it sounds like a terrible idea, because it is, but if we have our compass, it might just work. Alternatively, we could go the path of the dark tide, which is over this way. They call it the dark tide because it's where the black water resides. I'm not sure exactly what it does, but I know that people avoid it, probably because of the stench. If we want to avoid both of those, I think we have to go through the slums. The catacombs and the slums run in the same area of the city. As for the other two, there's a lot more unknowns involved. If you're asking why I know so much, I had a friend who was a geek about, well, the geography of historic places. Wanted to explore them all. Let's just say that friend, I haven't heard from him in a long, long time. And regardless, I hope they're doing well. But we can't be wishing too much well on others yet until we make it to your destination. Since we're going under the maw of the beast, well, let's just hope we've got enough supplies to last. Your backpack's pretty stuffed with them, right? Well, then let's hope you don't lose it. Doesn't seem like we'll see much of anyone for a while now. There's plenty of places to camp, and better yet, I don't think anybody thinks we're stupid enough to take this route. So, I can't imagine there'd be too much opposition. Might as well set up camp once we're a little ways in. That way, no one sees the light, and we can have a fun little campfire. Might not be much, but when you're feeling exhausted, might be just what you need. Now, how are we feeling? Do you know who might be orchestrating this? Because if we can get inside their head, we can probably avoid their traps if you know their style. I thought so. So everybody wears a smile, but somebody wears a knife, and they'd like to put it in that pretty little back of yours. That's how it usually goes. You know, it's actually kind of rare to know who wants to kill you. In that way, I guess I was lucky. It was in plain sight, politics. Probably is with you too. Most of the time, it's the people who just want you to disappear because it'd be so convenient if you were gone. It's usually the people who will smile in your face who will stab you the hardest. Ain't that just the world we live in? It's pretty comfy traveling with you. I'm good to go for a while now. You nervous? You've probably never been here, but heard the worst, right? And that's why we're using it. That reputation right there. Nobody would think you'd be reckless enough. They'd probably expect you to fly in on a dragon before that. And let's just say, we don't have any winged fiends here. Now, how about that dream you had? You were talking about it so much on the way back. You have so much passion, so much belief in your kingdom. And I'm glad for that. Just don't be surprised if not everyone's who they seem. Someone you looked up to might be the one trying to kill you. I know that hurts, trust me. I know. But even if it is, you don't have to take that laying down. You're better than them. You're better than this, and you got me. I might not have the best track record, not in politics or much of anything. But hey, at least I'm strong. I'm fun to talk to, and you won't have to be lonely. Hey, I've been meaning to tell you, but after all this is done, could we maybe talk about something less life or death and maybe hang out? Figured I'd shoot my shot. After I saved your life and all, I figured maybe the suspension bridge effect. Oh, I've definitely fallen for you. Was I not supposed to say that? Breaches the work and play ethic. Personal relationships aside, I just thought it'd be cool to hang with you. Yeah, politically it's not so much, especially if you're a royal envoy, but I'm sure you could make an exception. Or you could just keep me as your secret. I'm not too opposed to that. Think about it. If nothing else, you have a man that's pretty obsessed with you. Not gonna lie. Love at first sight, never thought it existed. Then I found you fighting for your life, half covered in blood, and goddamn, you were looking fine. And right now, that fierceness in your eyes, mixed with the softness, the vulnerable side, exquisite. Guess I just want to keep you all to myself. Is that a problem? Well, it might become a problem, right? Watch this. See what I've been carrying all this time? This little stone is real handy. And you're gonna love it, trust me. You so eager to see? Alright, this is a camp stone. That's what I call it, or the person who invented it and gave it to me. A precious friend, too. One of the few I do actually count among the most. See, a camping stone holds an entire building. It's its own pocket world. A comfy slice of... Well, let me show you instead. And... would you look at that? Step through. Your Highness first. I promise it's not a trap. Just felt like I needed to say that. And here we are. It's like a snapshot of my bed in the Duke's mansion. It wasn't quite a castle because it was the capital, but see this room? My friend, he put it into a sort of time capsule mode. So you can see how I used to live before everything fell apart. I don't just show anyone this. It's a precious place. Locked away, and sometimes I wish I could just disappear here. Here. This... it's not real, but used to be my favorite view. And This was my family. I do miss him. You wouldn't take me for a family man, but I definitely can be. Why am I doing so much for you? I told you already. Love at first sight, and I like your heart. You can say it's because you're attractive, or you can say it's because you enamor me, but regardless of what you say, it doesn't really change anything, does it? We're with each other and going on a crazy mission. So why wouldn't I be? I think I'm that crazy to turn down what could be the love of my life. I told you, didn't I? My dreams are pretty simple. And even if everything goes horribly wrong, I gotta at least try to make them real. You too? Then there's your answer. My, getting feisty, aren't we? That's gotta be a breach of contract. Royal envoy, or madly in love. Just a person touching another person, holding you. I know I've broken all the rules of the Chain Knights while we're at it. You sure your family would be okay with this? Good answer. Well, even if they aren't, I'm sure I could convince them. After this is all done, maybe I can get my title back and bam, you're there with the son of an archduke. Not a bad deal, right? They're all just words. But I mean it. I'd like to mean it. Want to get lost in this feeling. Lost in this little memory. I'd love to. More than anything.